right, it looks like I'm live, so I am gonna head on over to YouTube so I can see things the way people who come in the box see things. Not that I don't believe there's anybody in the box right now because there are a couple, maybe 3 sales going on right now. So, but Monday's my thing, so thought I would just go ahead and see what happens. And of course, because I wanted to get there, it's being slow. Slow. Alright, now it's thinking about going to my channel. Oh, here we go. My channel, here's my live. I have to turn down the volume. Probably I was watching videos earlier. I've totally got an addiction with the morning routine of several people that I watch. Hi, Darla. Probably I was watching videos. Here we are. There we go. Now I'm muting myself. Oops. That didn't work. All right, there we go. Okay. Carla's in the box and Darla's in the box. Rhyming names. Welcome, ladies. Let me put myself on live chat. Usually I don't remember till halfway through the stream because that's the kind of dork I am. Hope you guys are having a lovely day, evening, depending on where you are. How's life in muddy Snowda? You don't do locks, though. Not with a fox or in a box either. It's muddier. That's no good. What do you have, like 2 weeks of not muddy and not snow? 2 weeks of normal soda? Okay, so what have I been up to? I've been up to this. I am doing orange too, but I just put in some black about an hour ago, so black fingers it is. Kits are moving along. I'm putting together the tea dyed part of it. Muddier. It rains every other freaking day. I was thinking maybe there was a slight, hi Donna, how are you? I was thinking maybe there was a slight, maybe you had a point in between muddy and snow where maybe you had like 2 dry weeks sometime in, I don't know, the end of August. Hiss, Curly. Welcome. I hope you ladies are having a lovely evening. How are things in Utah? You got your package. You're so good about waiting. I get shit and I just rip it right open. Case in point. I just got this today. Like literally, I just went out and I was filling up my water and I thought I'll bring in the box because Els had her sale over the weekend, so we had stuff out on the porch for the mail person to pick up. So I went out there. I guess I shouldn't be showing my address. Not that you all don't know it. And there were 2 of these, exactly the same thing. Discover books, blah, blah, blah. One on top of the other. The top one said my name. So I brought them in. It's my Halloween hands or plague fingers, depending on what you like. So I brought them both in and I ripped the first one open. And it's this book that I got. I just watched a movie last week. What was the name of it? Hold on, I wrote it down. Let's see. I Still See You, which was made in 2018. It's a psychological drama, but it's also classified as horror. And it's based on this book, and I didn't know that when I watched it, or I probably would not have watched it yet. But I wanted to read the book because I found the premise of the movie pretty interesting. And then I ripped open the one underneath it, which was not my package. What are the odds that Els and I would get a package from the exact same seller on the exact same day? And I didn't know she'd ordered anything, and I doubt she knows I ordered this because I just went on to Amazon and I found a cheap used copy. Because the premise of this was really interesting, and I want to, generally the book is better than the movie. Or well, if you watch a lot of slasher fics, that's not an inappropriate description, Carla. But the premise of the movie was so interesting. I really want to see how the book treated it as opposed to the movie. So I'm very excited about reading that. All righty. Hi, Tammy. How are you? How's your crafty disaster coming along? So yeah, so I ordered a book and she ordered a book, but I know what her book is because I opened her package and I feel terrible about it, but not too terrible because she's opened several of mine. And not because it was an accident, because she just wanted to know what I got. So, mine was completely unintentional. I was like, I don't remember ordering 2 books, but sure, why not? You know, because it's from this exact same place. What are the odds? And they're not even close to hers was not a horror book. All right, so I don't have any previews for the sale to show you because I don't want to give anything away. But it's coming along nicely. Like I said, I am ironing, and I'm getting ready to put together the tea part of the kit. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Do you want to talk about goodie packs? I'm trying to think of what to put in this month's. I opened. I did that once when I lived in Ohio. The guy had a package for me and my next door neighbor, and our back porches were right next to each other in the alley. It was like a square townhouse type deal. And so we're on the alley portion of it. So it was like a sliding glass door and then like a little mini fence and a set of stairs. And our stairs and fences faced each other. So if we were coming out the back door, we would walk out and walk down the stairs towards each other. Well, he put their package on my porch and our package on, and we both like picked up the packages, went in the house and opened them up. And we're both like, I didn't order pants. And I'm sure it was probably books. And so we both come out and we're like, here, just exchange packages. Luckily they thought it was funny and I thought it was funny, but because when they deliver it to your door, do you ever really look at the label? I don't generally, unless it looks different from a package I normally receive. Like anything that comes out of our mailbox, I scrutinize. But if it's just sitting on the porch and the top one's mine and they were the same, I just didn't even think about it. Which is my bad, because, I was pretty sure I only ordered 1 book, but I thought, maybe I got carried away and I just don't remember it. Okay. And my neighbors in Ohio were very nice. The start of her address was needs more robot at whatever it was at the time. And I was like, I like that email address. We do need more robots. Your neighbor isn't. Did you keep the package? My neighbor was a jerk. I might have thought about it. I probably wouldn't do it, though, because then I would feel guilty. Plus, also, why would I need men's pants? Guilty for a hot minute. We all think about it, right? The things that go through your head, and then you're like your normal, your morals kick in and shit, and you're like, I just have to give this to a cheap juicer. And I have, good for you having a vintage glass one. Those are nice. Very nice. And your jackass neighbor got a cheap one, so boo on him. Okay, so what else has been going on here in the hollow? So let me figure out what I did with my calendar stuffs, because I've been working on. Anyone who's been to Hags Hollow or Darkwood Sanctuary has seen that I've been putting in. Oh my god, I've lost an entire pile of stuff. Only I could lose something in 5 minutes or less. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's at least there. I found it. You'll be excited to know that as part of this process of putting in events for the Patreon and stuff into Hags Hollow for the things that are going to be public events, I have planned out all of next year's colors. Ta-da! You don't get to see what they are, though. It's a surprise. Musical pretties. You see, oh yes. So I don't think Tina's in here. And was it Tina's Crafty Life? Not, probably not in here. I need to notify her before I put these in my shop. These are the music packs. So let me pull this back off here. Grind to a stop. These two are music packs that are going in the store. This is the religious music that we talked about. So there's one page like this from the ones I gave to Curly. That's what happened with the Bizquick. I contacted, it was Sam's Club, and they had already sent out a replacement. They're like, you can keep it, you can throw it away. And I'm like, well, I don't like Bizquick, but, you know, I'm not going to throw away food. So I might mix pancakes out of it. Was it something good, Curly? So this is, these are, this one signature. These are signature pages. Let me pull it out of here. I barely got it in. I won't make you watch me shimmy it back in there, though. It was horrible to watch. So this one back page is from, I sent a whole like book to Curly. Don't panic. It wasn't a lot of pages. These are pretty small books usually. But there were still some in the die vat. So there was one page. Oh, this one has two. So the chord chart thingy and everything. So this one is from Hymns of Glory, which is the book I sent to Curly. All tea-dyed up because she wanted it. Let's see. You can make beer rolls out of Bizquick. They are great. It was an iPhone screen repair kit. You don't even have an iPhone. Well, there, your brother will have it for an emergency. What are beer rolls? Okay, I don't even know what that is. But it sounds better than... My problem with Bizquick is that it tastes like Bizquick. You have to work hard to make it not taste like just a mix. Like most other pancake mixes and stuff, you eat it and you think, oh, pancakes. You eat Bizquick pancakes and you're like, oh, Bizquick. It has a very distinctive flavor. At least I think so. Maybe Bizquick is your favorite thing, and I'm not trying to like shit on your parade or anything. So, but there is only one page from this Hymns of Glory book and the other one. So I think there are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 9 pages. And this is the reason I'm not keeping it because it's actually really nice, thick paper, and it was stapled in the middle, so it's a full signature. So you can make pockets out of that. There's a lot you could do with this. You could put it in a glue book. It has a hoppy sweet taste. I may have to try that. You make biscuits. Surprise! I never thought of you as a baker, but sure. Everybody's, you know, got their skills. So they're all religious themed. And the other one is from a book. The rest of the pages are from this book called The Faithful Violinist. And so it's obviously it's all religious themed music. And I don't have anything against that. It's just I bought it to put in a kit. And then I found something I liked better. So, so then I have these. And so I thought I would put them in the store because I just did music pages. So it'll be a little while. Okay, so your hover is like Elsa's hover. It's a little bit of a homebody. Right? The beer biscuits sound delicious. I'll have to look into it for sure. So the sheet music for this is a violin and is it violin? I've already lost my mind. I misplaced my brain. Where'd that book go? It's white. How do you lose something that's white? Oh, I put it over here. So it's for violin and piano. I thought I saw something about piano on there. So these are religious in nature, but it's a nice thick paper. So I just need to email Tina before I stick them in the store and let her know they're going in. But I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I said I wasn't going to make you watch me try and put those back in there. Terrible, terrible. Now the other one of the 2 books had this inside, and it is well, it's 2 pages from the snare drum thing. Oh, that shouldn't be in there. That should be in one of the other ones. Good Lord. So it's 2 pages from that snare drum one, but it's like the cover and the forward, and there's a bank page, so I just stuck it in here. This is going to be a giveaway, probably next Monday. It is also religious music, but it's like somebody either printed it off the internet and then, or I think they might all be photocopies because of this. I don't like to waste, so I went ahead and stuck it in the die. It was just like loose sheets stuffed into one of those books. They're blank on the back, so if you were printing a digital, you could, they're not very wavy on the edge here, so you could totally print a digital page on the back if you wanted to. But there were a couple that, yeah, like here, where it's obviously it's been run, so it's 20-pound paper, it's not 24, and because it's, you know, copied out of a, probably something that's in copyright, I can't sell it, but I can give it away. You're not a keeper? Well, your hubby obviously thinks so. He's such a sweet man. Okay, so yeah, so this will be a giveaway. There are, I think, 13 pages plus the 2 out of the drum book. But I wanted to make sure I showed you guys so that if I forget to do a giveaway next week, you can remind me, hey, you have that music paper. Where the hell is it? I don't know about nuts. What's wrong? You know, like, Curly, don't talk bad about yourself. You're a good person. You are who you are. All right, so back to this. Yeah, listen to Carla. You are a keeper. So anybody who's done a little hanging around at the Darkwood Sanctuary Facebook group has noticed I've started putting in events. And then there's separately, a couple of you have been invited to Hags Hollow, which is the Facebook group for the Patreon. If you didn't get an invite, sorry, it's because you're not on the Patreon. It's not anything personal. I just wanted a group specially for that. So this has everything on it that's going to be happening coming in August that's related to me. There's the public things, which is Monday and Friday. And then there's the Patreon only things, which are Wednesday and Saturday, and 1 Sunday a month. I still have to put in a couple of things. There's for the Patreon, when the Happy Mails will go out, needs to be put on here, and when the drawings for anybody who's at the I can do this at the I can't do this. I can't think of the names of the levels. At the 2 levels that include drawings. So, so you'll have seen me putting in events. The other thing I am putting into the Darkwood Sanctuary group are any sales that I know are going on. I know, but I can't think of I know Hazel is the lowest one. There's no drawing on that. And then after Hazel is, I'll have to go look at my own Patreon. Is that bad? That's bad, huh? I've been so worried about putting the events. And I did mean to make a printout of it too, so I have it handy so I don't have to keep going, what does it include? It's difficult when people ask me questions like, I should know the answer to that. But I don't. Okay. So let me get over here. View page. Come on. It's as slow as my Facebook. Okay. I want this. Please go there. Please do what I ask you to do, computer. Okay. Here we go. So Glenda and Aggie, they're the ones that have the drawings, because everything after that comes with paper as a built-in. So it's the Glenda and the Aggie. Thank you, Tammy. You guys are so helpful. She was like, Glenda. I'm telling you it's Glenda, but also Aggie has their own drawing as well. So those things need to be added on here. I just have to go through the list and figure out when I said I was going to be doing those drawings. Winnie is the $40 level, and you get pretty much everything with her, but there are no drawings at that level because you get a Happy Mail and you get the paper packs and all of that. And they're not ranked in importance. It's just the order. You know, I put them in a jar and I drew them out. I picked the names I liked. Then I stuck them in a jar and I pulled them out one at a time, and that's the order they went in. No favorite. We're not playing any favorites here. I love all my witchy ladies. So, for the Darkwood Sanctuary, the open to the public kind of thing, there'll be the weekly shop updates on Mondays at 6 o'clock. You know, almost all Mondays, but hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Hasn't it been forever and a day? How are you? Lovely to see you. You know, everybody misses something every now and then. Things come up. You know, there are adventures and stuff like that. But most Mondays, there'll be shop updates at 6. And the other public thing I'm doing is the hangout at the Hollow, which will be on my right here. You've been busy, I bet. I can only imagine. Open to everybody, and that's hanging out in the Hollow, and that's just a craft and chat. I'll be doing something. I don't know what it is, but we'll be crafting and chatting. If you want to join me, it is 9 p.m. Pacific time, so that is late for people on the East Coast. But I know there are other things going on Friday, and I wanted to put it later so that I don't kind of like step on anybody's toes. And then Wednesdays will be for the Patreon magazine harvest, and Saturdays will be for the various mixed media things for the Patreon. So if you see, I'm putting everything in all the way through the first week of January. So I'm not quite there yet with everything. You'll still see some stuff coming in. I'm trying not to check the box that says, you know, invite everybody. I'm just putting them in. But I know it does pop up a notification in the group. Just ignore those if you want to. You don't have to respond to them. So that if somebody goes to the events calendar, you can see what's coming up. And then, like I said, sales coming up. Elsa, she tells me when hers are. I'll put those in. Curly's doing the last Friday, so I'll put those in coming up. And then other stuff that people tell me about or that I see, you know, when I'm scrolling through my YouTube thing or my Facebook groups, I will put those in. The only thing I'm putting a caveat on that for is I would like it, please, if no one would add their own events to the events page. If you want an event added, please just let me know. I'm happy to put it in. Though I am saying because of some things that have happened, I reserve the right to not put in your event for things that I feel are kind of sketchy or ethically gray. And I don't want to go any further into that because I don't want to point names or say I'm not putting in so-and-so sales because blah, 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 blah. There are just some things I don't want to promote, and we'll leave it at that. Yes, Carla, you're not having sales, and you haven't asked me to put in events that are sketchy. You can be sketchy on your own all you want. We love you for it. So that's pretty much the preponderance of my updates. So do you want to chat, or are you guys ready to run out of the box? Can I answer any questions for you? Do you want to tell me about upcoming sales? You want to chat? You're sketchy and you want to chat. Does anybody want to hear my humiliating online dating experience? I told it to Els. And then there was crickets. Curly, yeah, duh. Carla, yes, please, and thank you. You're so polite about my sketchy dating experience. I didn't actually go on a date. It was just like 24 hours of chat and then followed by intermittent weirdness. But I don't want to like make anybody run screaming out of the room. Okay, let me get a drink of water because I am thirsty. I've been sitting here all day sweating my butt off ironing paper. Just for the record, the iron on in my room makes the room super hot. Gene Peter. You're just in time to hear me humiliate myself with a dating story from online, the brand new online dating thing I'm trying out because Els told me to. Just for the record, because somebody tells you to do something, you shouldn't necessarily do it. But welcome, Gene Peter. Great to see you. How are you doing? Woohoo. Okay. So Elle said on the way home from Utah the first time, because I didn't go the second time, you're doing good. Good, 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 good. Yay, good. Yeah, I didn't go on a date. I just met somebody. Like, we were in the chatting stage. So this should tell you how off the rails it went that it never got to a date. And maybe you'll give me feedback that I jumped the gun a little bit, but I don't think so. Let's preface this with all of my bullshit. I have health issues. I need some dental work done. I've been celibate for more than 5 years, but slightly less than 10 years. Now, I didn't put any of this on my dating profile. I don't know what's the word for it. I'm not, I guess the most common term would be bisexual, but I don't have a preference for gender. It's who the person is that interests me. But I signed up for Plenty of Fish because Els told me to do it. She said I need to get out more and find somebody, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So I signed up for Plenty of Fish, and they make you choose boy or girl. So I picked boy because that's what I know. I've never dated women online. Weird. But so I signed up. I want to say I signed up 2 weeks ago. Kat, hello. You're in the middle of my self-deprecating, semi-humiliating, not quite online dating story. Well, that's what she told me to join. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And stuff happened. Let's just preface this also with, I never actually went on a date with the guy. So now you know all of my things. And of course, I've had 4 children. So, we all make jokes about depends and stuff. But, I do have some issues. So the idea of dating anybody is horrifying to me because I have all these medical issues and I live with people that aren't my family and all of that stuff. So let's put all of that in a box and think about dating. I get a lot of messages, which I think is fairly typical, but most of them are like just guys going hi, or consistently and chronically asking you if you say hi back or ask them any questions or anything. All they do is ask you every single day. I am horrified of dating. I'm doing this because Els told me to. And, I don't know if it's like a we want you out of the house kind of thing, but so I'm going to attempt to do this. I'm figuring that out because I'm not a prude and I do like sex, but I have been celibate a long time. I put that part of myself away and it doesn't bother me at all, but it seems to, I don't know, men may function differently. Maybe they don't put that part of themselves away if they don't date for a long time. But genuinely, I like sex, but I don't miss it because it's not something I really think about. It's a horrible job interview. Okay, so I get a lot of those where the guy will just, if you've answered him, he'll just ask you how you are every day, and it's just this. It's beyond nervous, Carla, and the fact that I went on after Plenty of Fish, I went to a different like messenger app that I've never heard of, and we talked on there for quite a while. And it was an interesting conversation until the thing happened that I'm going to tell you about. It's horrifying. The level of anxiety I feel about doing this, I can't even describe to you. I'm getting the feeling no, that sex is ever present for men, and it's the most important thing to them in anything they do. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. It's just not at 49. That's not my primary concern. And if I want to spend time with somebody, that's not first and foremost in my train of thought. But I'm getting the sense that men wired very differently. I mean, I think we're all kind of like that maybe in our 20s, having fun and hanging out and drinking in bars and stuff. None of that interests me anymore. So I've had a bunch of these conversations where it's how are you doing it every day? And, you try and ask them questions, but they don't really tell you anything. And they seem just as nervous as I am. But it's like, you messaged me. Do you not have anything you want to ask me? Anything you want to say? So there's just the hi guys. And I've had to put in my profile that I'm going to delete you if that's all you say. If you send me a message and all you say is hi, I don't have anything to say to that. What do you want me to say back? Hi. Most of them have their brains in there. I'm pretty sure that they have taken their brain out of their pants and put it in a drawer. So, there was a series of that. And I've had a couple of, semi-genuine conversations with, and it didn't go very far. One guy was like way too into his dogs, not sexually, just like every conversation was about what he did with his dogs that day. And they're really spoiled and great for you. But, I don't want to rate below your dogs in terms of, attention. The guy I talked to before he got super weird could hold a decent conversation. We talked for several hours, in a 24-hour period, like not all in a row, for a couple hours at a time. And the conversation was good and on a variety of topics. And that part was fun, but then it got weird, of course. So I've had some of those, and I've had a couple of, like, there's the dog guy, and there was another guy that he was just looking for, like, somebody basically he wanted to get somebody to move in with him so that he could have built-in daycare for his kids, which I don't understand why men my age have children under 10. Like, do you not know about birth control? Can you not control yourself at all? And so there's that. So this guy messages me, and we have the conversation, and it was on a variety of topics. We talked about psychology. We talked about some archaeology. He was into horror movies as well. So we shared some movie recommendations and blah, blah, blah. And so it went on like that. Well, I don't want to be your backup mom for your kids. I'm done with raising children. So that's like an immediate thing, is a no for me. Is if you have young children and that's what you're looking for, keep on looking. But so we were, let's say, 2 days into the conversation, but less than 24 hours worth of conversation. He sent me a picture, and it was not a dick pic, but it was of him in his underpants. And I was like, that was a lot of work just to show me you in your underwear. And he's like, no, I was just trying to show you a full body pic. So he's trying to backpedal on it. And so I let it go. No pun intended. And there was a little more conversation, but then he starts talking about sex. And he was very specific. And he thinks he's very kinky, apparently. No, they were boxer briefs and they were in good condition. So he's at least taking care of his underpants. But that's another thing I don't understand. Well, he says, I didn't think it was all that unusual. So I'm like, well, then you're like super vanilla if that's what you think is weird. But I didn't say that to him. Just checking off, like, I guess if you think you're into something weird sexually, you do kind of want to broach that early on in the game, because you don't want to waste a bunch of time with somebody who's going to be a hard no on whatever it is you're into. Come on, we're all older ladies here. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not a prude, but I'm also not into like getting tied up and stuff. It doesn't do anything for me because I've been in abusive relationships. I don't need that. So he lists off his stuff and I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. And I could live with all of it, except that he said this one phrase. He said that he was a sexual sadist in the bedroom. And for me, when I thought about it for a while, I was like, well, sadist implies that you like humiliating people. Yes, there's a pain aspect to that, but I don't want to be humiliated. That holds no interest for me. That's, if you're into that, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me. And I combine that with the underwear pic and a couple of other things he did. And then he unveils that he told me he had kids, that he had 2 that were like close to being adults, and then a relationship, and he had like a 10 and an 8-year-old that he had partial custody of. Well, after all of this, he reveals he also has a 1-year-old baby with a woman he said he was friends with benefits with. And I'm like, that's just, the underwear, the sadist, and the baby. That was too far for me. And that's my humiliating dating story. Ta-da! And then there were crickets in the room. So there you go. Before else could share it with you, I've shared my humiliating, and I stayed on the website just because I did, however, block that guy. Men are weird. That's all I can say about that. Would you, I don't know. It was the time frame, I think, mostly. Would you unload all of that on somebody in less than 24 hours? Yes, it could have been worse. Definitely. But I no, thank you. Any suggestions? Stay off plenty of fish unless you're looking to hook up, I think, is the moral of the story. If nothing else, I'll have maybe a weekly story I can share with you. Oh, I would never use Tinder. That's too far for me. Getting a taser. Cat. Well, you have rules and boundaries, and he probably has a healthy respect for you. Its backpedaling was fun to watch, but it was weird. But I'm just thinking the things he told me, I'm like, who would you walk up to somebody in a bar and say all that? Maybe he would. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not at all interested in Tinder. You've got a coworker. You've got a temp. He plays. Ew, that's no fun. JP, you got 40 years with yours. Al's has been with hers for 16. Most of the ladies I know are married or widowed. They have their run, and they're not looking. Just, it would be nice to have somebody to hang out with and converse with that, Els and Mike are lovely people. And if you're yelling at me from the other room, Mike, the door is closed. I can't hear you. But I think that, everybody wants to know people. I guess you got to make friends. Can't have only 2 friends in the whole world. Why not? Why can't I only have 2 friends? They're probably tired of talking to me, honestly. I mean, I have been here since, the end of October, the beginning of November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We're almost in August. It's been almost 9 months. We've got to pretty much exhausted all the things that we could say to each other that are relatively interesting. Right? You met the ex for me. I just, Tinder, I don't think is for me. And I think is Match.com the one that's Christian oriented? Oh, I was on OkCupid a long time ago, like 5 years ago. And it's pretty much like Plenty of Fish. Or at least it was then. And I've seen some commercials for Zoosk, and that seems like people who want to like hook up too. I can't say for sure, but it seemed like that one was for specifically right away meeting people. It struck me a little bit like Tinder. I don't know that that's true, but that's how it made me feel. There's a lot of them out there. But the bottom line, they're probably all hookup apps. There's a lot of there are quite a few hookup apps, but I'm not at all interested in that. So yes, with all of my insecurities and all of my issues, me on a dating site, this could lead to some hilarious stories, I suppose. Right? You should try Farmers Only. What is Farmers Only? Is that like a legitimate thing? What the hell are you talking about? I can hear them talking in the other room. They're probably making fun of me now. I can't hear what they're saying. I can just hear raised voices because that closes the door. I don't know. As near as I can tell, guys kind of all fill out their profile the same way. For rural, but I live in Las Vegas. That's like anti-rural. Because the farm is their wife. I didn't know there was such a thing. That is deeply amusing to me. Not that I don't think farmers need women. I just... Are you yelling at me from the other room? I've said 3 times I can't hear a damn thing you're saying. I'm not opening the door so everybody can hear whatever it is you're yelling at me. Oh, Tammy, too far. That's too far. I don't know. I don't know about farmers and sheep. That's a little bit too far right there. We're 44 minutes in and we've hit sheep. Carla. You would take that and run with it. Why am I not surprised it was Carla? They won't bother me about it. I'm not opposed to sex. It's just not at the top of my list of things. But I gather it's at the top of the list of most things men are looking for. Also, I have to say on Plenty of Fish, the guys' profiles, they really don't fill out anything. Like a couple of them I read, there's just one line in the description box. Funny. But a lot of them don't put anything in the box. I'm like, well. So basically, it's like pictures with stats. So it's like going to the grocery store and trying to pick out a box of man. But no description of flavor or interests or, just a generic description. So, anybody else got interesting stories to tell? I know that most of you aren't dating because you're married, but anybody else have fun things to talk about? Or are you guys double watching? You're watching the sales too? There's a couple of them going on. Cat. Sorry. You're staying away from sales. Me too. I can't afford anything else. You met one guy with a wow. That seems like a big no. That's a no. That's a no in my book. That's a hard no. Pass. Hi, Ray. How are you? Welcome, welcome. You have missed my horrible online dating experience story. Sorry to tell you. But welcome. We're happy to have you. And Carla apparently met a guy and he tried to give him the bra and say, have at it. It's like they think if they don't let you know right away that you're going to forget that sex is a thing. I don't know. If you don't bring it up every 2 minutes, we're going to forget. Well, I've been celibate for a long time. I don't stick my hands in people's bras. I've been here like 9 months with Els. I've never once tried to stick my hand in her bra. Well, luckily I didn't actually go out with him, so it's just more of a weird story about chatting with somebody who overshared. But doesn't make me hopeful. You just gotta question the logic of it. You're right, I am definitely not a man. And I have my own boobs, so I suppose I could play with them anytime I wanted to, Just I just don't know what makes somebody think it was okay to like stick your hands in inside somebody's shirt, inside their bra that you don't know. Those are those situations where men should have to stop and ask themselves, if I walked up to somebody and did this in a Starbucks, what would happen? The knee to the nuts. I don't know that I would be that clear thinking, Tammy, because I'd be more concerned about getting the hands out of my bra. That's just a little much. So yes, stay tuned. There may be plenty of fish stories out there. What's funny though is they have a rule about when you set up your profile, you have to put a picture of your face, and I guess they do a scan every day. And if you don't have a picture of your face, like if you put up a cartoon image or a picture of a dog or whatever, they'll pull your profile down. It's funny the ways people try to avoid showing you their picture. You shamed him and I bet that put an end to that, unless he was like the guy I was talking to. Maybe he wanted to be shamed. Maybe that's what he was going for. You guys are violent. It was a caribou coffee. Oh my God. It was actually in a coffee shop? Holy cow. Alrighty then. So even coffee shops aren't safe. But I was straightforward. I don't know. I can't believe some guy stuck his hand in your bra in a coffee shop. You're thinking about your latte and all of a sudden there it is, hands in your shirt. That is not okay. You got your paper today. Wow, that took a little while. How long ago did I mail it out? That seems like it took a little while. Which paper was it? You were blunt. Green and orange. Oh, mint green, and you got a sample of the orange. I tried to send everybody who ordered the mint green a sample of whatever color they had preference for their choice for the upcoming kit, because there's a choice between black and orange. Or both, but you have to pay extra if you want both. I am just dying away in Garagelandia and ironing. Well, I think that would bring out the bitch in all of us. I don't get it. Like, that's just not socially appropriate. Was this like a long time ago, Carla, or recently, or like, was the guy younger, older? I'm curious. Maybe men just lose their marbles if they think they're not going to get any. And this is why I originally quit dating, because men are weird. He was in his 30s. It was right before the extra mate. You seem to have bad luck with men about my speed. 2017. So like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I can math. Oh my goodness. Nope. Well, to be fair, my last relationship was with an angry alcoholic who had mommy issues, so I haven't had the greatest. I will say he was a good conversationalist. He was very intelligent. He just had issues. And I don't need a fixer-upper at this point. Emotionally speaking, I mean. You're an adult. You have a job. Presumably, jobs and social life and family. What makes them think it's okay to stick your hands in somebody's shirt or send a picture of yourself in your underpants to a perfect stranger? He was the clear winner. Hi. Doesn't it make you question your life choices sometimes? But I am trying. I sent out a couple messages today. I try not to get on there too much, especially not late at night, because the minute that you have green thing beside your name, like your inbox floods with tons of messages. All the highs. Hi, 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 hi. I'm like, that seems to be the favorite thing, the favorite message to send out. And I've got to wonder, like, how many people respond to that hi? Oh, I did leave out part of the story. I forgot the most important thing. It was Friday night. It was like, I don't know, whatever time the pizza came here, because they ordered, Alice and Mike ordered pizza on Friday night. And I was trying to pick out a movie to watch. And so the pizza was here, and I was getting the pizza, and I was trying to choose a movie, and I was filling my drink, and he was messaging me. And what he wanted to do was he wanted to meet and hook up. And I was like, no, I don't think so. But then he was like, then he wanted to have like video sex. And I was like, definitely not. So yeah. So less than 24 hours, you want to meet and hook up, or you want to have like video sex. So, yeah. So if anybody's had online dating experiences, is that normal? Is that the expectation? I met you on Wednesday, and by Friday we should be having sex of some sort. Pretty much. Ew. Yeah, I'm thinking I wouldn't let some guy come pick me up, and I certainly wouldn't give out my home address. I might meet for coffee or something. 4 or 5, but I don't think I would put myself at the mercy of any guy I met online for a good long while. I'm going to agree with you, even though I've only had the one experience so far. I have to say, when I was on OkCupid 5 years ago, similar experiences, although nobody got sexually explicit quite that quickly. But I felt like OkCupid was seriously a meat market. Like, they have people, and to some degree, I've seen it on Plenty of Fish, where it's just like, this is the list of attributes I'm looking for. If you can't tick off all these boxes, don't even bother. But hey, I'm not paying for this service, so message me if you're interested. Oh, that's creepy, Carla. He didn't want to let you off the hook. That kind of scares me a little bit. I got to be honest with you. So yeah, if you're not like a certain height, a certain weight, and some of these lists get really specific. I saw one, I think it was on OkCupid, but it might have been another site a while back, way before I moved here. Like, the guy had things that was just like, you must have all your own teeth, and there was a couple that was like, clearly you've been dating white trash, the kind of things he included. Well, there you go. At least you weren't completely alone. But the idea of like somebody online that didn't want to let you leave when you're a perfectly capable human being to get yourself home, that just feels really clingy or really like stalkery. But then I've known people that had, fantastic luck, and they've met, the person they're married to online. I know at least 10 people that met that way. I don't know, like, how many weirdos they encountered before they met that person, but they did meet somebody, and they eventually got married, and they seemed very happy. Like a good match and all that. Just sitting right on your chest. Yeah, he probably picked up that you're anxious because you're telling us about your bad dating experience. 24 years, that's amazing. Congratulations. Did you have any of these experiences before you met the one you married? I imagine it was a little different 24 years ago. About 10. Okay, so maybe there's something about so much stuff is online now, and I think online dating has become a lot more common. So maybe the bar is just much lower than it used to be in terms of what people accept. Or maybe most people that are online are actually looking to hook up, and that's just not what I'm looking for. And not feeling real positive about a website that allows you to say you're only in it for casual dating, stuff like that, where you don't want a long-term relationship, but men feel the need to put that they are looking for a long-term relationship when what they're really looking for is friends with benefits. And mostly the with benefits part of that. I remember you talking about getting stood up last summer, Carla. I hadn't thought about it in a while. Well, I'll just stick with men are weird. No offense to the good ones out there, but men are weird. I'm sure they think women are weird. So, does anybody have anything going on this week that is exciting or interesting, or are you crafting anything in particular? Like, what projects are you guys working on? Because we all know I'm just working on kits. Yeah, I think so. Well, there's got to be somebody out there somewhere, right? The ones that put themselves out there are the ones that are hoping, I guess if you throw you're making, Halloween. That's exciting. Are you going to be sharing any pictures or anything with us later? I love to see people's Halloween journals. That's my favorite. I think, I guess men must figure if I throw it out there 10 times, maybe one out of those 10 times I'll get lucky and I'll get a hookup. Oh, you've got a great niece? Oh, my goodness. Aw, don't say that. Everything is picture worthy. You made it with love, and, I don't know. I think a lot of people are down on themselves and they're much more crafty than they think they are. Plus, I just love to see what people make. You know, it's fun. I show you guys what I make all the time. All my papers. Even the disasters. So is your new grand niece, great niece? Niece. That implies girl. How old is the baby? Just brand new or a couple months? Babies. They're so cute. Oh, Francis, you liar pants. Your stuff is fabulous. You make gorgeous things. I've seen your stuff. And welcome, by the way, my lurking Francis. Always happy to see you. July 15th. Oh my goodness. She's only like 5 days old. Oh my gosh. I know everybody is like, you've been lurking. She's lurking and working, or just lurking. That's okay. We like our lurkers. Lurkers are awesome. It's a good thing. Still has the new baby smell. That's true, though. That's really true. New babies and cars, they have a distinctive smell. And don't let Frances fool you. She makes beautiful stuff. I got a Happy Mail from Frances. Dude, what did I do with that? I don't know if I ever did a video on it. Let me see if I can find it. There's so much going on in here right now. I found it. Frances sent me yummy goodies. Ooh. Okay, first off, she sent me some straw paper, which I see Roxy on Roxy Creations use all the time, and I've never touched it. So this is paper made out of straw, and it's a thing in Europe, I am guessing. Have not got to hold. Oh, I know. COVID sucks for the new babies thing. And then she sent me some dictionary pages, which I'm going to dye up because you know I love me some dictionary pages. Let's see. Ooh, I got some ledger papers. Look at those ledger papers. Aren't they exciting? And then she sent me a lovely note, which I'm not sharing with you, because it's for me. She sent me a Reader's Digest book cover and some black lace, because you know I love me some black lace. And then this packet of goodies, which I have looked through several times and drooled over. But most importantly, she sent me this. Look at it. Isn't it exciting? I love it when people make stuff for me. It makes me feel special. You need some magazine harvesting? I haven't done any in a long time. I will admit it. I know people are getting their magazine harvesting fix, like through Nicole at Relax Cut Glue and a couple other people. I feel like I've been cheated on, but also I have not been magazine harvesting. I haven't even been collaging. The 100-day challenge is officially over. Oh no, breathing issues. Well, I'll have to. Yeah, that's no good. We can't be having that shit. Yeah, Frances makes beautiful, beautiful things. Is that not lovely? So look at all my goodies. Maybe I can do a magazine before we get off here. I did set aside 2 hours for this, and we're 70 minutes in. And she did some sewing. Isn't that exciting? I so want to get a sewing machine to sew on paper. I know that's silly, but I totally want one. And look at what she did with the scraps and stuff. She made totally a tuck spot over here. Is that not fun? With the little rippy edges. Oh, I'm so excited. Willa and Esme. Oh, I love the name Esme, and Willa's pretty too. I worked with a girl named Esme when I worked at Target in Phoenix. Snakes and stuff. Feels like it's a pocket, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I've looked through this like 8 times. Every time I'm like, oh, look at that. And then she did another one over here. This is like such an awesome idea for when you have those leftover scraps, you tear off stuff. That is awesome. Cat, sewing on paper is the best. And then here's another one with the, oh, and look at that handwriting. Are you not like totally, look at the handwriting. Isn't that fun? Oh, I don't think Twilight at all. That was Bella. I don't remember an Esme from that. It didn't stick it with me. Yeah, Twilight is barf worthy, but I'll never be able to take a girl named Bella seriously, I think, for, a while. And a pocket. Look at the pocket with the triple moon thing going on. It's so cute. So, yeah. Don't let Frances fool you. She's got skills. So I have 2 journals. I have my Curly journal and my Frances journal. I feel all kinds of special. I am going to use it. I just have to pet it some more before I read them all. Don't get me wrong. Because, that was when Liam was still a girl. And I read a lot of the books, almost everything my kids read. I read them too. So once I would know what they were reading. When Bella had it. Oh, see, I barely remember the baby. I didn't pay that much attention to that part of the movie. And I did read all the books. Because again, I wanted to know what my kids are reading, what they're into, what their line of thought is. The problem I had with Twilight is basically it said to girls, don't go to college, get married as soon as possible, make babies. And she was such one of those perfect characters where she could do no wrong. It was just so annoying on so many levels. She was basically a doormat. She was taking care of her father instead of the other way around. There was nothing about it I thought was good in terms of being a role model for, showing girls how ways in which it's acceptable to behave. It's very traditional. I didn't like it. I just like the sound that makes, sorry. So yeah, look at all my schmancy papers. Aren't they pretty? And I got lots of, the handwriting on these ledgers kills me. Oh, so perfect. And it's black and gray. Who doesn't love that? With lots of tucky spots. Oh, so much fun. Look at the skeletons. So, I do have a big ass pile of magazines. Do you guys want to watch me rip apart a magazine? I had to share this because I kept meaning to get on and have a video. I'm so sorry, Frances. I am major sucking in I love these pockets so much. They're so fun. And she did edges on a lot of the papers. Oh my gosh. It's one of those with the elastics in it, so it's not crooked. It's just the way the paper's laying in there right now. But isn't that, look at the glossy black cover. So pretty. I have a happy mail from Christy Biddleston that I haven't done a video for, and she sent that to me when I moved here 9 months ago. So, I just suck at videos. I love, it's my, well, I think we all know that I lean towards the creepy. But she sent me all these lovely goodies too. It was such a sweet, sweet thing to do. And now I know what straw paper feels like, and I'm going to rip it apart and play with it because that's how I roll. Let me put this in a safe place. It can't be Messing with my Francis goodies. I haven't finished petting them yet before I actually start playing with them. I have Rose goodies I haven't shown. Rose sends me the most beautiful things every now and then. You ordered 2 Halloween paper packs from Elves. She had some good stuff. And who else? Curly had good stuff in her sale. Almost, but they're black. They're my plague fingers or Halloween hands. You know how I roll. So let me grab a magazine and see what we can terrorize. So yes, I'm not showing it to you. This is I did make some adjustments to colors this year, which I can hopefully deliver on. Coming up at the end of this month on the 27th, it's the orange and black, followed on August the 10th by the mid-month mini, which is going to be the fall / Halloween. Ooh, Mary Poppins. Nice. Ooh, cat. Nice. I like it. That's going to be the fall Halloween multi-pack, which has between 6 and 8 colors. I haven't fully decided on the color. I'm still dying. And then for the next month, the kit is burgundy, and the mid-month mini will be driftwood gray. So that's a change that I made. It was something else before. It was driftwood gray, but I thought those would make a nice color combo for that period. October's, which will release at the end of September, is midnight blue, and that's where we're going to have the golden yellow / mustardy color. And then November is going to be red for the main pack, and then green for the mini pack. So November releases at the end of October, and then the mid-month kit, it's all in the calendars for those are in either the Darkwood Sanctuary events section or the Hags Hollow event section, whichever group you belong to, depending on whether or not you're in the Patreon. And December's, which releases at the end of November, is a hunter green, a very dark green. And right around the middle of December, again, the dates are in the calendars for both of my Facebook groups, is the winter multi-pack. And I will get the Hags Hollow group up there just in case you're not a member. If you want to keep track on the calendar, if you have a sale or you know somebody who has a sale coming up, I'm happy to put it in the event section. I've just started adding them this week. Because the Patreon is kind of about community building, so I don't want to keep track of everybody's sale because there are some people out there who have enough traction. Like Stacy's got a huge following. I don't really need to keep track of her sales. Someone like Patty Lang, huge following, but more for us small channels. That's the Darkwood Sanctuary group. So if you're not a member and you want to check it out, there that is. And I will be putting in more sales as they happen. Curly's sale, which is at the end of the month, is on there. I think I saw Kathy at Kathy's World has one coming up. I think she's a little bit on the fence because of Pete having some issues. So I haven't put it in the event section yet, but I will as soon as I'm sure she's where she's going with that. I don't want to put in an event because we don't know how he's doing yet fully. She did post an update a little while ago, so hopefully things are getting back on track for her. But if you have a sale coming up, you know somebody having a sale coming up, you can email me or message me, and I'm happy to add it to the event section. So what I want to get, for small channels out there, and there are so many events going on, so I thought maybe if we could kind of work on keeping a little bit better track of them. I might have a clue, and y'all might have a clue too. I don't get a clue very often, so could be a good thing. My magazines are a little bit, they're on a shelf. I'm just going to try and grab one out of here. This is a case of you get what you get today. Because it's just going to be whatever comes out of the thing. Okay, we got an outside. Secrets of the Southwest. So, magazine harvesting, anybody? Is there anybody still here? It got real quiet. Let's see, some scissors is probably good. Am I still online? I should probably go over and check. No, it doesn't say I'm offline. Okay, I'm just going to go with you're all here. Oh, you're here. You're here. Right, Francis? Cutting up magazine just Curly's already on it. She's like, I'm in it. Okay. Let's see. We're going to definitely take out secrets. You know how I am. I like those kind of creepy words. So what else has been going on? Let's see. I had another pan spring a leak. Not real happy with my pans right now. The aluminum pans that I've been using forever, the two original ones that I brought with me blew out. And I bought new ones, but one of those has now sprung a leak. And it was right before Els and I went out on, oh gosh, what day was it? Oh, a couple days ago, maybe 3 days. Friday, maybe? Did we go out on Friday? I don't remember what day it was. Yeah, well, not the one you gave me. Not the one that came in the mail. But the new larger ones that I normally work in, which I've only had for, gosh, you know what? I can actually go look. Amazon. I think it's only been a couple of months since I got. So both of those are new pans, and one of the new ones sprung a leak. And so we went out. I had just finished putting in a batch, and we were going to the post office and stuff like that. And we came back, and the pan was, significantly lower than when we had left. Luckily, I had cushioned under the pan some cardboard because after the first set popped a leak. I thought, well, they're sitting on these like cookie, what you put cookies or pies on to cool them. I ordered one on June the 5th, and then I ordered one on the 16th. And no sooner did I ordered the second one just as a backup in case something happened. And it had only been here like 5 days, and I sprung a leak in another pan. Well, the one that I ordered on the 16th sprung a leak. And I just put another pan under it. I had to spend my last $15. I do NaNoWriMo every month, which is National Novel, not every month, every year, which is National Novel Writing Month. It's in October. I'm probably not as eloquent with my words as Kat, but I've always kind of wanted to write a book, not for anybody to read, just to write it. But you could be a very good writer, I think. No, those are fine. These are the ones I use for the colored paper mostly. Ooh, ultimate adaptability. I like that. And maximum comfort. I like that too. Let's just take that whole thing. And we'll put that over here. Okay, so I didn't even look on the back. Oh, I kind of like that guy. I think I might fussy cut that guy out. He's kind of fun. So we'll put that aside for now. I'll make a pile over here. I may keep the guy. Maybe I'll put something else on his head, but I like his tattooed arm. Oh, or there's that guy. I think I'm just keeping this page. Yes. COVID-19 horror story. That could be a thing. Okay. I like chasing moments. I'm going to take that. I'm a sucker for words. I can't help myself. If you need that, Kat, do you want it? I can pop it in an envelope and send it to you. I'd be happy to do that. Let me know if you want it and I'll send it to you. I'll be happy to. Oh, okay. If you're sure. If you change your mind, let me know. I'm always happy to send out words because, you know, I've got words. I think I'm going to take Made for You and maybe the Iconic. Oh, isn't that a pretty picture? Well, she's not anywhere near the... Okay, let me see if I can do this. I want the bit with her in it because I can turn that into a square image for something. I'll trim it up nicer than this, but I like that. I just think that's pretty. Now let's go back over here to the words. So we'll take, I don't need Fitbit really, but I do like the word iconic, so we'll take that. I think we'll even take built for. You don't know. That could work somewhere. Good night, Francis. Thank you for lurking with us. It was great to see you. I know you're working hard. Francis is always working hard. Okay. But I do like that lady. Yes, definitely have a great rest of the week. Thank you for coming in and spending some time with us. And I do love your journal. It is made of awesome. You have no idea how many times I've petting it. It's embarrassing, probably. That guy that wanted to hook up probably would like to be petted as often as I've petted that journal. Just saying. I may not want this whole picture, but maybe I want the picture of this guy, like that much of it for something. I'll set that over here. And I'm going to cut this out because I like hardest working. And even if I don't use these words, they're kind of these block letters. I can probably cut some of them out for just for having letters. You have to pay for that kind of petting, probably. Sad that I would pet a journal and paper and stuff way more than I want to pet a guy, right? It was his approach. I would like to go for unbroke. I feel so broke all the time. I have this thing about, oops, trying to put the words over there in the trash pile. I made a mistake. Not Fitbit, though. Fitbit needs to go away. He was adult. That's a very nice way of putting it, Carla. That's a good word. I like it. Kind of like this tree house. There's some elephants. I just watched a thing with Nikki and she was talking about how much she likes elephants. I think elephants, you know, they live a long time in there. They have their they live in family groups, and I think it's easy to love elephants. Oops. So I'm just going to keep that whole picture for right now. I want the elephants and I want this little tree housey thing. I don't know. Maybe that's a sad commentary on me, though. I'd rather pet paper than people. I'm just reading what it says here. See if I need any of that. There's a couple things in there that I kind of like. couple of phrases that I think would work in a journal. I am not a huggy person. But, you know, I was actually talking to Els about it. There was a point in my life when I was kind of a cuddly person. Not like I hug everybody I know sort of person. But it wasn't as hug avoidant as I am now. And I don't mind, you know, if I feel close with someone, you know, cuddling up on the couch or watching a movie. The problem is most of the guys I've ever been involved with in my life, I think maybe I want to cut like maybe this guy out from the back for a collage. So I think I'm just I'm gonna cut this off here because I think he would make a good fun cutout to put on a different background. So we'll keep him. But I feel like I went through a number of relationships where, hey, let's sit and watch a movie together, was just somehow turned into an excuse to grope and not pay attention to the movie, or come and watch a movie with me was just, you know, it was like code for I'm going to try and have sex with you now, even if you don't want to have sex with me now. And so I don't know, if you can't put in the time without the expectation that there's going to be sex involved, then I don't want to spend the time. It's very frustrating to think, hey, we're going to sit down and watch this movie, and we get, you know, just past the intro and we're getting into the movie, or at least I am. And the next thing you know, the guy's grinding up against you, or he's got his hand in your bra. Like, why didn't you just say, can we have sex now? Why did you have to preface it with, we're going to do this activity together? Or even worse, where it becomes very transactional. If I watch this movie with you, you'll fuck me later, right? And that's, to me, I get it to an extent. All relationships are a little bit transactional, but that's very, like, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me like that. The more you push me for sex, the less I want to have sex. And to the point of where I don't want to spend time with you because I think that's all you want is sex. And then, that's just the end of things for me. I don't think I need any of those words. But I think maybe I'll take that wolf. That's a big picture, though. I don't know. So that's how I think of it. I get it. I do get it. There is a bit of a transactional thing when you're dating, when you're married, but and that's how I roll. I'll take go higher. So yeah, so in kind of being, I guess, hyper vigilant about the sex they're not having, men make it so that sometimes you just don't want to be with them at all because you feel like everything is just a prelude to you trying to have sex with me. We don't ever actually do anything together unless you think there's going to be something in it for you. And so then what? We're not really enjoying Take Citizen as well. Was that on the watch thing? Oh, yes, there it is. You're right. Ooh, there's also Better Starts Now. I'll just take that whole thing right there. Nice catch, Curly. So I think that's all I want to talk about that. I think I've made my point, and then I beat it to death on top of it. Well, and I'm not saying it's all relationships I've ever been in, but the last few have felt very transactional or very, I really like this image. So that's yay. I'm glad I got that. And it actually has the opposite effect of what they're going for. Oh, nice catch, Carla. I'm sorry. Curly's usually the one telling me what to do. I'm going to take the word mindful, though. So it has kind of the opposite effect of what they're going for. rather than if we just spent time together and I found it enjoyable, then I would probably definitely want to have more sex with you because I feel like we were connecting on more than just a, hey, I hung out with you, now you get to hop on my dick. Just saying. So I think I'm going to take everything from here up. And then I want adventurous different for everyone. But I think I want to be able to get that giraffe head up there. So I think to that end, well, I guess I could just, if I try and fussy cut that out and put it on something else, that might be fun. So we'll take that. And then I think I'm going to take all of this because I definitely want adventurous different for everyone. Unique. You know, there's like several good words in here. So I'm just going to take this whole thing for now. I like it. And yes, we'll keep the word safari because it doesn't necessarily, I don't know, do I want those? I think maybe I want to take these zebras as well. I'm keeping the zebras for now. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We finished this. Ooh, there's smudging and canyons and I don't necessarily want everything on here, but I like a number of these. So I'll keep this whole page. And maybe I want that big fish too. Oh, I don't know if I can get the smudge sticks. I have a dilemma. All right, I'm just going to put this whole page aside because I really like that pink fish. But also I like the sage stitch and they're on the same. I can see it through the page. Oh, choices, people, choices. Kat, thank you so much for coming and listening to my horrible date story and not judging me too much. Or maybe you did and you just didn't say it out loud. But thank you for coming. Always great to hang out with you. I hope you get a good night's sleep and feel well rested tomorrow. Because there's stuff going on all this week, right? Okay. Ooh, I like this little, I think I'm just going to cut out this one. I think it's an agave cactus-y, a succulent. I like it. It's a nice little image. We'll put it over there. Two monkeys, a stop hand, and I don't know what that is. Now I have to mouse over it to know what it is. What is that? Some of them tell you. Nope, they're not telling me. You were fondled in a coffee shop. I know. Did it traumatize you? Could you not go for coffee for a while, or were you over it pretty quick? I just find that so, like the sheer balls of it to just stick your hand in somebody's shirt in a public place. Secrets. It's the word secrets. Totally taking it. I loathe caribou now. I'm not a huge, I like some things from Starbucks. Like I like their passion fruit lemonade. Passion tea lemonade. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, one of those lemonade drinks they have. I don't really like their coffee because, well, the plain coffee's fine, but like their flavored drinks and their frappuccinos and stuff, it's all got, the mixes they put in it is chemicals. And so I don't like the aftertaste that you get with it. But I like coffee shops, which, a lot, some people are like, you hang out in coffee shops? I do. I would. I totally would. Somehow after the story I told you today, this phrase, strikes me as a little bit like the magazine is mocking me. Just saying. I want this one of these people hiking right here. I like that. Or do I want the guy with the sunset? Or I could just maybe I'll just cut out that bicycle. A Tucson, I should have known. And there's free yourself. I'm going to keep this because I also like free yourself down here. Let's take that off there though. So if I stick it in with the images, I'll never get back to free yourself. I don't know if I've ever been in a caribou. Who else? There's another coffee shop that tastes like burnt coffee to me. It's kind of I think it's more of a northern thing, but I was in there once. It was a while ago, you know. By a while ago, I mean years. Tucson. It's Tucson, but you know, you can call it whatever you want. It's your mouth. All right, so let's see. On a slow path to Nowheresville. Okay, I've got to have that. Oh, it's killing me because it's going through right the middle of some of these smaller, like that's a really pretty image right there. But I like On a Slow Path to Nowheresville. Okay, so I'm taking that. Oh, you do it to be annoying. Okay. Is that like saying when you don't pronounce something like jojoba right because it's spelled JoJo? Just because you can. Okay, I like this rock. I like that rock. This is some lightning. I think I'm going to shady Dell. I'm just going to keep this whole. There are several little images in here. Be fun in my personal journal. And then there's some on the other side, so I might be able to make double duty out of that. I said duty. Ha ha. I'm so grown up tonight. I like it. A giraffe. I think, is that like a northeastern thing, caribou? I'd much prefer to go to like local, like owned businesses instead of a national chain. I don't know. I might keep that because that could be fun to collage on with other things. I'm going to keep that one for now. I'm going to take the word outsider and let's hang. It's local to me. I thought I'd seen someone somewhere else too. I've been to Caribou Coffee. Not my favorite. I do not think I need the word bean, so I'm just going to take the word outsider. And then I need let's hang. And there was something on this side, I think, that I want. It says rise above here, so I'm going to take that. You don't, I like dark roast coffee, but I don't want it to smell burnt or taste burnt because that is kind of a very distinctive thing. Not all that pleasant, but some people seem to really like it. Okay. I'm going to take this because there's, I like just as much magic. That could be fun. I think I'm going to cut that out. Okay. You like Columbia roast? I'm not going to tell you what I say about people who like blonde coffee. I tend to, if I'm not familiar with the coffee place, I try to stick to a medium roast because there's a fine line between strong and then it just goes bitter after that. Well, I cut off her foot a little bit, but I kind of like that, and I'll take that one over there. This could be fun to fussy cut out and put on something else. Okay, nothing I need there. That guy's interesting. I think I'll keep that one. That could be fun. Oh, okay. Take the legs. All right, let me go back to that one. These guys. Thank you guys, sir. You guys always catch me some good things and give me good ideas. Thank you, Carla. Kind of reminds me of Kenny. You killed Kenny. Starts. Yes, but that's part of what I like about you. It's not all of what I like about you, but it's definitely part of it. The beards don't do anything for me. I do not like a bushy beard. Oh, headless. Gotta take it. Headless. And then I think I'll take the rest of these as well, because they're far enough apart that I can cut out all the individual letters. How about that? Yep, not a fan of bushy beards. Just, I don't want that on my face, or anywhere else for that matter. I'll probably cut out a few of these small pictures and see if there's something I can do with that. Yes, great ransom. And I do really like ransom lettering. It's a thing. I like the look on that horse's face, but I don't think I can get that fussy cut out in a reasonable way. I like the horse's head. Well, you know, I never said I was normal, Sandra. Never. Okay, let's see. I think there's a couple in here that I might use in a larger. I think I couldn't handle this, so I think I'm going to take that. Keep that. I kind of like these guys. I don't know if it's worth the effort to fussy cut them out. I know, right? Okay, so I think maybe I'm going to take those guys because out of context, they could be fun. And that's a lot of fussy cutting, though. I'm going to have to think about that one. Here's more, though. Shortly before noon. I think I'll take that, too. Okay, that's mostly just text. And I think I can use quite a few of these images. Or what's over here? You are a joke. Oh, I'm keeping all of that. That's... Going to keep that. Let's see. Well, we'll take her because we might be able to use that for musical people. going to take this because I want to cut out these little chatty box things and make a template out of them for journaling. I think that might be fun. That might be a thing. Okay. There's a guy climbing a tree. Okay. Okay. That's kind of fun. I like the handwriting stuff. You don't find that very often in a magazine. Okay. That's mostly text. You don't know until you go. Sure. Let's take that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't get too carried away. Got it. That's mostly text. I wish the giant question mark was on its own. I'm going to take those words, but I'm probably just going to keep believing, and maybe the word worth. Oh, there's lighten up. Take the word active. You guys are quiet. Make Mother Nature say uncle. Sure. That might be fun. Okay. That's one way to get there. You're running out of steam. Well, I'm almost done. So we've been on for almost 2 hours, which is what I had set aside for this. So I think this is the last page. They take. Okay. So, ta-da, we have reached the end. You're cutting along with me, but I'm all done. Well, everybody got quiet, and I think we're down to 7 people. And whew, which magazine are you cutting out of, Curly? What's your magazine du jour tonight? Oops. So you got a nice little pile of goodies there. Ah, El Decor. Nice. You have Tiny. Are you going to sing the Tiny Taco song? Did you sing the Tiny Taco song? Oh my goodness. Carla, you need to get more rest, hon. Well, we are wrapping up here, and Tammy's got her tiny tacos. We have been on for almost 2 hours, and I have ironing to do, and I need to start I think it might be my final orange batch. I think I might be right near the end of this one. I think I have 2 more black batches to do. And then tea dyeing and coffee dyeing is just an ongoing thing. Right now, all I have in there, I have some linen papers for Els, because she's running low. And then I have just book papers for something I have coming up. No worries, Carla. You work hard and you work a lot. You can't fault you for being tired. Girl, you work hard. So, and next Monday will be the sale for the orange and black kits. A lot of people have let me know their preference, and I think it's going to be, a lot of fun revealing what's coming out. And I hope to see you guys there. I don't have any updates. Today is Monday. Tomorrow should be the One Witch and One Crazy Lady show. I think it's on Elle's channel this week, but I'm not 100% on that. And I don't think she's got it posted on her channel yet. I can run over and have a peek, but I don't think it's there yet. If YouTube's going to cooperate with me and let me in. Let me in. And then, of course, there'll be Thursdays at 3, and Kathy has a thing on Thursday as well. I think it's at 2 o'clock her time, which I think is 11 o'clock here. So, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I seem to always be missing her. Her and Jersey, I miss them both when they go live all the time. Let me pop here and go to Beema's Crafty Corner. Let's see what happens. Nope, there's no event for it yet. So we know that it's at 6 o'clock, 7, 8, and 9 across the country. Yes, Darla, if you are on the automatic billing, I did post a video last week, I think, and I've been trying to track down everybody and ask them if they want the orange or the black or both. Obviously, it's $18.50 as usual for one or the other. If you want both, it's a couple bucks cheaper. It's $35 instead of the $37 that it normally is. I know that's not a ton off, but because it will be shipping together, that was my logic, was make it just a little bit cheaper. So yes, if you would prefer orange or black, it would be awesome if you could let me know. You can message it to me. You can tell me here. You can email me. Whatever works for you. And then, so One Witch and One Crazy Lady, and I assume Late Night Lunatics following. So that's your Tuesday evening right there. Tuesday afternoons are filled with Kathy's World and her panel. You want orange, Darla? All right. I will get that marked down for you. My notebook is over here. And just flip back a few pages. Here we go. Orange, orange, orange. Darla. All right. Gotcha. It is all set. Okay. And then, so on your Thursday afternoons, there's Kathy. I think she's on at 11 here. I think it's 1 or 2 o'clock her time. And then there's Els at 3 o'clock Pacific time. And Brooke is usually on around the same time as Els. There's usually a little bit of difference, but she's been doing either jelly printing, or working on the Creepy Baby. I have missed her last few ones. For that matter, I've missed Elsa's last few ones because I've been, working on the paper packs and stuff. Jersey is usually on in the morning, and typically about the time I roll out of bed, she's just getting off of her live stream. So I frequently miss her, but she's such a positive person. I love to get in there when I can, when she's on and I'm up. I definitely enjoy it. Such a positive outlook, that lady. All right, so I'm going to let you all go. Curly, I hope you finished harvesting your magazine. Thank you, ladies, for hanging out with me, checking out my shop update. And you're at the 4-letter word in the morning. Well, that would explain it. You just finished yours. All right, perfect timing. So until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere else, I wish you the happiest of crafting, or the happiest of, I wish you something. I wish you great joy and happiness. I don't know. I've been awake for a lot of hours. Because each and every one of you deserve it. And also, happy crafting. Bye, 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 bye. His Curly. And I will see you guys later this week for other stuff. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, 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 bye. The end.